Hi guys, welcome back to another exciting tutorial of GreatStack. In this tutorial, we will learn how to make a Spotify clone website using React.js. On this website, you can play the audio song and it will be completely responsive. So let's see the project overview that we are going to create in this tutorial. So you can see on my computer screen, here we have this Spotify clone where you can see the sidebar in the left side, and here we have the main content area where you can see these navigation icons and some buttons in the right side. After that, we have this album list. You can see the album image, name and small description, and below that we have the songs list. We can scroll this song list like this. It is horizontally scrollable. And here we have the song image, name and description. At the bottom you can see this music player where it is displaying the current song image, song name and a small description. And here we have the control icons. If I click on this play icon, it will start playing this song. So this song is playing. When the song is playing, you can see the green color in this Seekbar is increasing. When I pause this song, this will be stopped, and this is the current time of this song, and this is the total length of the song. And we can also control this song by clicking on this Seekbar. If I click here, it will start playing the song from this particular time. So the song is playing here. Let's click here. Now the song is playing at this time. We can also use this next and previous icon. When we clicked on the next icon, the next song is playing. It is song 2. Let's click on the next button again. Now you can see the name song 3. Let's pause this one. We can also click on this previous icon, so it will play the previous song. We can also click on these song thumbnail. Let's click on this last song, song 8. You can see the song 8 is playing. Let's click here. It is song 7. So we can control the song using this control icons and this Seekbar. Now we can also open the album page. Here you can see we have these albums. Let me open the first one. So you can see the album image, then album name, description and list of songs in this album. We can also click on these songs. So this song will start playing at the bottom in this music player. You can see the background color of this album page is similar to this album image. We can go back to the home page by using this navigation icon. So let's click on this back icon. We are on the home page. Let's click on this next album. So you can see different background color. Let's come back to the home page. Click on the third album. Now you can see different background color for this album. Now let me open this web page in a small screen so that you can see this website is completely responsive. Now you can see this website is looking good in this small screen, and we can scroll this album list and song list horizontally like this. And here also we can use this play icon to play the song, and click on this pause icon to pause the song. We can also open the album page. So this album page is also looking good in a small screen. This is the front-end website project where all the songs data is coming from the assets file. We can also convert this website into full stack so that you can upload the songs from the admin panel and that song will be played on the front end. So if you want me to create the full stack Spotify website tutorial, then please comment down below and help me to get 1000 comments on this tutorial. Now let's get started. So now we are on the desktop screen. Here we will open the terminal. So let me open this terminal. And now we are on the desktop directory. Here we will use the command to create the React project using the Vite package. So we will type npm create Vite at latest. Then we have to provide the project name. It will be Spotify clone. Then press enter. Here we will select the framework React, then select JavaScript. Now you can see one project folder on this screen. Let's close this terminal. Now we will open this project folder with VS Code editor. So let's open this folder in VS Code. So now our project folder is open in the VS Code editor. Now we have to open the terminal in this project. So here we will right click and select Open in Integrated Terminal. Using this terminal, we will install all the dependencies for our project. For that, we will type npm install. So it will install all the dependencies in our project. Now all the dependencies has been installed. Now we will run this project. To run this project, we will type npm run dev. Now our project is running at this localhost port 5173 address. Let's open this link in the web browser. So here our React project is successfully running in the browser. Now we will clear this default React project. So let's come back, open src folder, and here we have the app.css file. Let's delete this one. Then we have index.css file. Let's clear this file. Next we will open app.jsx file, and here we will clear everything, and here we will use the snippet rafce. Now we will open index.html file. Here we will replace the title. So let's add Spotify clone. Now close these files and we will come back to the web browser. So here our project is clear. And here we have the title Spotify clone. Now we will move all the assets in our assets folder. So on this desktop screen, you can see we have the assets folder. You will find this assets in the video description. From here, we will copy all the assets. Then we will open the project folder and open src folder, then assets folder. And here we will paste all the assets. Now close this one and open the VS Code editor. Here in this assets folder, you can see we have all the assets that we will be using on this project. Here we have the song images, then song audio file, which is the MP3 format. Then we have the icons, and here we have the assets.js file, where we have imported all the images, and here we are exporting these images in this object with the name assets. Using this assets, we can easily use the images on the web page. After that, here we have one array with the name albums data. Here we have the multiple albums data. Each object is representing one album, where we have the album ID, name, image, description, and background color. After that, we have the songs data array, where we have the multiple objects and each object is representing one song. In this song data, we have the song ID, name, image, then file, which is the MP3 file that we have imported in this file. Then we have the description and duration. So total we have 8 songs in this data. we will use these assets in our project. So we have inserted all the assets in this assets folder. Now we will add the Tailwind CSS support in this project. To add the Tailwind CSS support, we will open the web browser and here we will search for Tailwind CSS Suite. We will open this link, install Tailwind CSS with Vite. So here we have the instructions. We have created the project. After that we have to install the Tailwind dependencies. So we will copy this command and we will open the VS Code terminal. We will stop the project using Ctrl+C. Then paste this command npm install -d Tailwind CSS post CSS auto prefixer. So all the dependencies has been installed. Now come back on the web browser. We will copy this second command and we will paste it here. npx tailwind css init-p. After running this command, in this sidebar you can see we have two files, which is postcss.config.js and tailwind.config.js. After that, we will open the web browser again and from here we will copy this config. Let's copy this and we will paste it in this file. So we have added the Tailwind configuration. After that, we will come back to the browser. Here in this fourth step, we have to copy these lines. Let's copy this one and we have to add it in the index.css file. So let's open index.css and we will paste it here. After that, we can run our project. So in this terminal, we will type npm run dev. Now our project is running. Now we have the Tailwind CSS support in our project. To verify this one, let's close these files and we will open app.jsx file. After that, we will open this Tailwind website, go to home page, then click on documentations. And in this search box, let's type width. In normal CSS, we used to write like this, width is equal to 0 pixel to add the width, but using Tailwind CSS, we can directly use these classes. So we have to just apply these classes and their predefined properties will be applied in the element. So from here, we will copy this class name W20, that is 5rem, which is 80 pixel. So in this div, we will add the class name property and we will provide W20, that is width. Then in this search box, we will type height. Here we will copy this one H10, that is height 40 pixel. Let's paste it here. Then we will search background. Let's select this background color. And if I want to change the background color, we can use this class name. So from here, we will copy this class name BG neutral 500 and we will paste this class name here. Now if I open the web browser and refresh it, here we have a block with width 80 pixel and height 40 pixel and this background color. So you can see the Tailwind is working fine on our project. It means the Tailwind integration is done successfully. Now let's clear these class name and we will create the folder structure for our project. So in this src, we will create a new folder and the folder name will be components. In this one, we will create all the components. After that, in this src, we will create a new folder. It will be context. In this context folder, we will create our context. Using that, we can store all the player logic at one place. Now we will start building our project. So let's hide this terminal And after that, in this div, we will add the class name property, and here we will add the property HScreen, and we will set the background BG black. We will save the changes and open the web browser. So the project background is black right now. Now here we will create one div, and in this div we will add the class name property, and here we will provide the height of 90%. Then we will add the class name flex. Here we will create new component with the name Sidebar. So in this components folder we will create a new file, that is sidebar.jsx, and in this one we will use the RAFC. Now we have to mount this component in the app component. So within this div we will mount this component. For that we will type opening arrow sidebar, select it, and the sidebar component has been imported from the components folder. Let's close this tag. Now we will design our sidebar. So in this sidebar, within this div we will add the class name property, and here we will provide the width of 25%. Then we will provide the height full. Then we will add the padding. Then flex call. Then we will provide the gap to. Then we will change the text color, that will be white, and this component will be hidden. And for the large screen we will add flex. After that we will add one more div, and in this div we will add the class name property, and here we will provide the background color, and it will be this color code. Next we will provide the height. It will be 15%. Here we will use rounded. Then we will provide the flex column. Here we will provide justify around. Within this div we will add one more div, and in this div we will add the class name property, and here we will provide flex items center, gap of 3. Then we will provide the padding left. Then we will provide the cursor pointer. So within this div we will add the image tag. In this src we will use the assets.js file, and from this assets object we will import the image. So let's import that assets. Here we will add the import curly braces assets from, and here we will provide the assets folder path, then assets.js file, and here we will use this assets, and from here we will take the home icon. After that we will add the p tag, and in this one we will add the text, that is home. Here also we will add the class name property, that will be font bold. We will save the changes. Now we will open the web browser. So here we have the icon and this text which is home. After that we will come back to the VS Code editor, and in this image tag we will add the class name property, and here we will provide the width. Then save the changes. Now the image size is looking good. Now we will copy this div and we will paste it here. After that, here we will use assets.search icon, and instead of home we will type search. We will save the changes and open the web browser. So now we have the another icon and one more text which is search. After that we will open the VS Code editor, and after closing of this div we will add another div, and in this div we will add the class name property. So here let's add the background color, and we will use this color code. Then we will provide the height, that is 85%, and here we will use rounded. Within this div we will create another div, and in this div we will add the class name property, and here we will provide padding, then flex, then items center, justify between. Then we will add another div, and in this div we will add the class name property, and we will provide the class name, that is flex, then items center and gap 3. In this div we will insert one image tag, and in the src we will use assets dot stack icon. In this image tag we will provide the class name and we will provide the width property. After that we will add the p tag, and in this p tag we will add the your library. In this p also we will add the class name property, and we will provide the font semi-bold. We will save the changes and open the web browser. So here we have another container, and in this one we have this stack icon and this your library text. After that here we will add another div. Here we will provide the class name property, and in this one we will provide flex, item center and gap. Here also we will insert one image tag, and we will add the src, then write assets.arrow icon, and here we will add the class name property, and let's provide width. Then copy this image tag and paste it again. Here instead of arrow icon we will add the plus icon. We will save the changes and open the web browser. So here we have this arrow icon and plus icon. After that here we will create one div with the class name p4. Then we will add the another class name bg, and we will provide this color code. Then we will provide the margin, and we will provide the border, so just add rounded. Then we will provide the font weight, so we will add font semi-bold. Then we will add flex, then flex column, and let's add items start and justify start. Then we will provide the gap 1. Then we will provide the padding left. So within this div we will add the h1 tag, and in this h1 tag we will type create your first playlist. After this h1 we will add the p tag, and here we will type it's easy, we will help you. Now in this p tag we will add the class name property and we will provide the classes. So just add font light. After this p tag we will add the button tag, and here we will add create playlist. In this button tag we will provide the class name property, and here we will provide padding from the x-axis and padding from the y-axis. Then background white. Then we will provide the text size 15 pixel. Then text color black. Then we will provide the border radius, so just add rounded full. Then we will provide the margin from the top. We will save the changes and we will open the web browser. So here we have one more box where we have this text create your first playlist, and here we have this button. After that, let's copy this div and paste it again. Here we will replace this text, and here we will type let's find some podcast to follow. Then replace the text in this p tag. So let's type we will keep you updated on new episodes. After that, we will replace the button text. So in this button text, we will type browse podcast. Now in this div, we will add one more class name, that is margin top. Save the changes. And we will open the web browser. So here we have one more box, and here we have the different text and one button with the text browse podcasts. So the UI for this sidebar is ready. Now we will create the UI for the player. To create the player UI, let's open the components folder, and here we will create a new file. So the file name will be player.jsx. Here we will use RAFCE, and we will mount this player in the app component. So after this div, let's add player component. We will save the changes and we will open player.jsx file. So in this div, we will add the class name property, and here we will provide height 10%. Then we will add the background black. Then we will add the flex, which means display flex. Then justify between and items center. Text white. Padding from x-axis 4. And within this div we'll add another div, and in this one we will add the class name property. This div will be hidden and it will be visible on larger screen. So here we will add hidden. Then write LG for the larger screen, and we will add flex, and we will also provide items center and gap. In this div we will add the image tag. In this image tag we will display the song image. So let's open assets.js file, and from here we will use the song data from this first object. So we have to import this array in this component. So let's add import curly braces, and we will add the songs data, and It will be imported from the assets folder assets file. Then write songs data. From this array, we will find the first element using the index 0. And from here, we'll find the image property. So it will provide the image. Now in this image tag, we will provide the class name property and we will provide the width 12. After this image tag, we will add the div, and in this div, we will add the p tag. So here we will display the song's name. So just add songs data, index 0, dot, then name property. After this p tag, we will add one more p tag. Here we will display the song's description. So just add songs data, 0, dot, description. We will save the changes and open the web browser. Here we have some error. Let's inspect. We will open the console. So here it is saying player is not defined. Let's open app.jsx file. Here we have mounted this component. So here we have to import this player component. Let's click here and this file has been imported from components folder. We will save the changes and open the web browser again. So now at the bottom you can see we have the song image, song name and song description. Song description is too long, so we have to reduce the length. So here we will add dot slice method and here we will provide 0 to 12. We will save the changes. Now we have the small description. Now we will open the player.jsx file and after this div, we will add another div. And in this div, we will add the class name property. And here we will provide flex column, then items center, then we will provide the gap 1 and margin auto. Within this div, we will add another div and here we will provide the class name property and let's provide flex. Then we will provide gap 4. In this div, we will add the image tag and in this src, we will use assets.shuffle icon. Then we will add the class name property. In this image, we will provide the width w4, then cursor pointer. Now let's copy this image tag and we will paste it for 4 times. So now we have total 5 images. Now we have to change these images. So in the second one, we will use previous icon. In the third one, we will use play icon. In the fourth one, we will add next icon. And in the fifth one, we will add loop icon. We will save the changes and we will open the web browser. So here we have this 5 images. After this div, we will add another div. And here we will add the class name property. And here let's provide flex item center gap 5. Then we will provide the p tag. In this p tag, we will add any random time like 1 minute and 6 seconds. After that, we will add one more div, and in this div we will add the class name property. So here we will provide width 60 VW. Then we will provide the max width 500 pixel. Then we will provide the background gray 300. Then we will provide the border radius, so it will be rounded full. Then cursor pointer. In this div we will add one HR tag. And in this HR tag we will provide the class name property, and here we will provide the height, then border none, width 0, background green 800. Then we will provide the border radius, so we will add rounded full. After that we will add the paragraph tag, and here we will add any random time, that is 3 minutes 20 seconds, and we will save the changes and open the web browser. So here you can see one time and one horizontal line. So this will be the Seekbar for the song. So whenever we will play this song, and it will increase the time, so according to that we will change this width. If I set the width like W10, you can see the green bar at here. If I make it 20, so you can see the increased width for this green bar. If I make it width full, so you can see this complete Seekbar in green color. So we will create this logic later when we will create the context. So for now we will set the width 0. After this div we will add another div here, and here we will add the class name property. So this div will be hidden, and for large screen it will be visible. So let's add hidden. And for the large screens we will provide flex. After that we will add the items center, then gap 2, and we will set the opacity 75. After that we will set the image, so let's add the img tag, and in this src we will use assets.plays icon. Now we will add the class name property, and here we will provide the width. Now let's copy this image tag, and we will paste it for 6 times. Now in the second one we will add the mic icon. In the third one we will use Q icon. In the fourth one we will use a speaker icon. In the fifth one we will use the volume icon. In the sixth one we will use mini player icon. And in the last one we will use zoom icon. After this volume icon, here we will add one div. And in this div we will add the class name property, and here we will provide width 20, and we will provide the background, so it will be BG slate 50. Then we will provide the height 1. Then we will provide the border radius, so let's add rounded and save the changes. Now if I open the web browser, so here we have the song details in the left side. In the center we have this Seekbar and control buttons, and in the right side we have these icons. So these icons displayed in the right side will be just dummy icons. Now the UI for our player is ready. After this we will create a new component, and we will provide the name, display, and we will mount that component at this place. So let's come back to the VS Code editor, and In this components folder, we will create a new file and the file name is display.jsx. Here we will use RAFCE. In this display component, we will display the home and albums. For that, we have to create the routes. To use the routes, we will use the React Router DOM package. So we will open the terminal, we will stop this project, and here we will use the command npm install React Router DOM. After installing this package, we will again run the project using npm run dev. To use the React Router DOM, first we need the support of React Router in our project. So for that, we will open main.jsx file, and here we will use import, and we will import the browser router from React Router DOM. After that, we have to wrap this app component using this browser router. So let's add browser router tag, and within this we will place this app component. Save the changes. Now we will get the browser router support in the app. Now we will open display.jsx file. In this div we will add the class name property, and here we will add the width. So just add W 100%. We will add the margin M2. Then we will add the padding from the x-axis. Then we will provide the padding from the top and border radius. So it will be rounded. Then we will provide the background color, and we will provide this color code. After that, we will add the text white, then overflow auto, and for the large screen, let's add the width 75%, and for the large screens we will add the margin left 0. So we have added these properties. After that, here we will create the routes for the home page and album page. Before creating the route, we will create a new component. So in this components folder, we will create a new file with the name display home.jsx. After that, here we will use RAFCE, and after that we will come back to the display.jsx file. Within this div tag, we will create the routes. So first we will add the routes, use this routes tag, and within this tag we will use route tag. In this route we have to provide the path. So in this path we will provide slash, that will be home page, and here we will mount this element, that will be our display home component. So whenever we will open this route, so in this area it will display this component, display home. Now we will create one more component, and its name will be navbar. So we will create a new file with the name navbar.jsx. Here we will use RAFCE, and after that we will mount this component within display home component. So remove this div, and here we will use the fragment. In this fragment we will use the navbar component. Select it. So this file has been imported. Close this tag. So now we have mounted this navbar in the display home component. Now we will open navbar.jsx file, and here we will remove this div tag, and in this fragment let's add div, and for this div we will provide the class name property. So it will be width full, then it will be flex, then justify between, then items center, and here we will use the font semi-bold. After that, here we will create another div, and in this div tag we will provide the class name property that will be flex, then items center, and here we will add the gap. Within this div tag we will insert one image, and we will add the src, and in this src we will use assets file, and this assets has been imported. Then we will add dot, and here we will add arrow left. Here we will add the class name property, and here we will provide the width, then we will provide the background, then we will provide the padding, then we will provide the border radius, rounded 2xl, then we will provide the cursor pointer. Let's copy this image tag and we will paste it again. And in this src, we will replace the file name. It is arrow right. So we have added left and right arrow. Now open app.jsx, and after this sidebar, we will mount the display component where we have created the routes. So here we will add display, and this component has been imported here. Close this tag. Now we will save the changes and open the web browser. So here we have the display component and our path is slash. In that case, this display home component is displayed in this route. Now we will open navbar.jsx file, and after this div we will create one div, and here we will add the class name property. It will be flex, then we will provide the item center and gap. Within this div we will create the p tag, and in this p tag we will add explore premium. After that we will add the class name property and we will provide the classes. So let's provide the background, then we will provide the text color, so we will add text black, then we will use the text size, and after that we will provide the padding from the x-axis and padding from the y-axis. Then we will provide the border radius. It will be rounded 2xl. This paragraph tag will be hidden from small screen, so just add hidden, and for the medium screen we will make it visible, so just add md, and we will add block. If I save the changes, so here we have this explore premium button. Here we will add the cursor pointer. When we will hover on this one, we will see the cursor effect. Now just come back, and here we will add one more p tag, and in this one we will add install app. After that we will add the class name property and we will provide the classes. So it will be background, then we will provide the padding from y, then padding from the x-axis, then border radius, it will be rounded 2xl. Then we will provide the text size. We will save the changes and open the web browser. So you can see we have another button, install app. Here also we will add the cursor pointer. So here we have the install app and explore premium. After that we will add one more p tag, and here we will simply add one letter like D. and we will provide the class name property. We will provide the background color. Let's say BG purple 500. Then we will add the text color, so text black. Then we will provide the width and height. Then we will provide the border radius, rounded full. Then we will add the flex, item center, and justify center. We will save the changes and we will open the web browser. So here you can see one profile icon where we have added the letter D. So according to the username, we can provide any letter like A. So you can see A on this web page. Let's set it Z. So here we have Z. After this div, we will add another div, and in this one we will add the class name property, and we will provide the classes flex, then item center, then gap, and margin top. After that, in this div we will add the p tag, and in this p tag we will add the text all, and here we will add the class name property. So here we will provide the background white, text black, padding from the x-axis and padding from the y-axis. Then we will add rounded 2XL. Save the changes. So here we have one option all. Similarly, we will add one more p tag. Here we will add music. Here also we will add the class name property. In this p tag we will use the background black, padding from the x-axis and padding from the y-axis. Then we will add the border radius, rounded 2XL. Save the changes. So here we have one more option, music. Now let's copy this one and paste it again. Instead of this music, we will add podcast. Save the changes. Now we have all music and podcasts. Here we have to put a space. After that, we will add the cursor pointer on all three p tag. Save the changes. Now you can see cursor effect when we hover on these buttons. Now we have created the navbar. After that, we will close this file and we will open display home.jsx file. So this navbar component is ready. So after that, we will create the other UI in this display home component. So here we will add one div, and for this one we'll add the class name property and we'll provide the classes. So let's provide the margin from the y-axis. Then we will add the font weight, so it is font bold. Then we will set the text size. After that, here we will use the album data that we will get from the assets folder. So in this assets file, we have album data. So we will import it in this file and we will display it as a card. So here we will create one component and the component name will be album item. So let's add album item dot JSX, and in this component we will use RAFCE, and in this component using the props we will get album image, album name, album description, and album ID. Using these properties we will create one card. So first in this div we will add the class name property, and here we will provide min width, Then we will provide the padding and padding from the x-axis. Then we will provide the border radius rounded, then cursor pointer. Here we will add the hover effect where we will change the background. So we will add this background color. After that, in this div we will add one image tag, and in this src we will use this image that we will get from props. So simply add this image. After that, here we will add the class name property, and here we will add the border radius. So just add rounded. After this image tag, we will create the p tag, and here we will display the album name. For that, we will add the curly braces and we will provide the name that we will get from props. After that, we will add the class name property, and here we will add font bold. Then we will provide the margin from the top and margin from the bottom. After this p tag, we will create one more p tag, and here we will display the album's description. So just add curly braces and DESC for description. We will get it from props. And in this p also we will add the class name property, and we will add the classes text color. So just add text slate 200. Then we will change the text size. So UI for this album ID is ready. Now save the file and we will open displayhome.jsx file. In this div we will map the album data using this album ID. For that, here first we will import the album data. So just add import curly braces albums data from assets folder assets file. After that, here we will add the curly braces. Here we will add the albums data dot map method. This album data is one array, so we can use the map method. So in this one we will pass this arrow function, and we will use this parenthesis. In this we will add the parameters, so we will pass the individual item and index number, and here we will return this component, and the component name is album item. So just add album item and close this tag. So here in this props we have to set the image, name, description and ID. So here we will provide the key property where we will provide the index. After that, here we will pass the name property, and in this one we will provide the item dot name. After that, we will pass description, and in this one we will pass item dot description. After that, we have to send the ID, so just add ID, and here we will pass item dot ID. After that, we will pass the image, so just add image and we will pass item dot image. So we have passed image, ID, description and name as a props in this album item component. If I save the changes and open the web browser, so here we have all these albums. After this, let's come back and let me remove these classes, and here we will add margin bottom 4, and here we will create one h1 tag, and in this one we will add the featured charts. After that, here we will create one div, And in this div we will add the class name property and we will provide the classes. So just add flex, overflow auto. Now in this h1 also we will add class name property and we will provide margin from the y-axis and font bold and text to XL. After that we will move this data mapping in this div. So this album data will be displayed in this div. Save the changes and open the web browser. So here you can see all the albums are aligned horizontally. Now we have the hover effect also. If I right click and select inspect and reduce the screen size, so here we have this horizontal scroll bar because we have added overflow auto. Now we have to hide this scroll bar. For that, let's come back and open index.css file, and here we will add :webkit a scroll bar and we will set it display none. We will save the changes. Now we will open the web browser again. Now we don't have that scroll bar. Now we can scroll these albums by holding shift key. After that, let's copy this div and we will paste it again. In this h1 tag, we will add another text. So let's add today's biggest hits. After that, here let's remove this album data, and in this we will add the song data that is available in this assets file. So you can see we have songs data, that is also one array. So we will map this and display the songs here at this place. So we have to import this song data here. So just add import songs data from assets folder assets file. After that, here we will create one component where we will display the song items. So in this components folder, we'll create a new file and the name will be songitem.jsx. Here we will use the RAFCE, and here using the props we will take song's name, then image, description and song ID. After that, in this div we will add the class name property, and here we will provide the minimum width. Then we will provide the padding, then padding from the x-axis, then we will provide the border radius, then we will provide the cursor pointer, and after that we will add the hover property, and here we will provide the background color. So whenever we will hover on this one, it will add this background color. After that, in this div we will insert one image tag, and in this src we will use the image that we will get from props. Here we will provide the class name property and it will be rounded. After that we will add one p tag, and here we will display the song's name. So just add name, and in this p tag we will provide the class name property. So here we will provide the font bold, then margin from the top and margin from the bottom. After this p tag we will create one more p tag, and here we will display the song's description that we will get from props. Here also we will add the class name property and we will provide the text color. It will be text slate 200. Then we will add the text small, save the changes. Now the UI for this component is ready. Now using this, we will map the song data. So here just add songs data dot map method, and here we will pass one arrow function, and here we will use this small bracket, and in this parameter we will take item and index, and here we will return song item component, and in this component we have to pass the data using props. So first we will provide the key property and it will be index, then we will send the name that we will get from item.name. After that we will pass the description and we will get it from item.description. After that we will pass the ID and we will get it from item.id. After that we will pass the song image, so we will get it from item.image. So we have passed all the props, save the changes, and we will open the web browser. So here we have the songs list, and here we have total 8 songs. And after that, if I click on this one, nothing is happening. So we will add the logic so that when we'll click on this one, it will open that album. For that, let's come back and we will open album item.jsx file, and here we will use the use navigate hook. So just add const navigate equal to use navigate hook, and in this div we will add the onClick property, and here we will pass one arrow function, and here we will call this navigate function that we will get from use navigate, and here we have to provide the route and we will use the ID. So just add template literal, so just add backticks /album/ and here we will provide the ID. If I save the changes and open the web browser, so if I open this one, our route will be changed and we are on the /album/0. If I click on the second one, so here we have the album/1. If I click on another one, we have album/3. So we can successfully navigate to different page. Now we will create another route where we will display the album data. So let's open a new component. So just create a new file in this components folder, and the file name will be display album.jsx. Here we will use RAFCE. Then we will come back to display component, and here we will create one more route. So let's copy this one and paste it here. So this route will be /album, and / we will provide :id. After that, here we have to replace the element, and in this one we will add this component that we have created, display album. So here we will add display album and it will get imported here. We will save the changes and open display album component, and here we will remove this div, and here we will mount the navbar. So here if I type opening arrow navbar, click here, so navbar will get imported. We will close this tag and open the web page. If I click on any album, so now we have this component display album where we have the navbar that will be displayed on this page. So this route is perfectly working. If I open another album, so this display album component will be mounted. Here we have the /album/4. After that we will design the display album component. Using that we can use this ID and display the album data from this ID. So first we have to get this ID in this component. To get the ID, here we will use params. So just add const curly braces ID equal to use params, and we have to import this use params from React Router DOM package. After that, here we will add console log, where we will display the ID. So if I open the web browser, click on inspect, go to console and reload the web page. So here we have the ID 4. If I come back to home, click on the second album. So the ID is 1, that is displayed in the console log. So we can easily get the ID. Here we are using the ID, and while creating the router, here we have used :id. It should be same. We have to use the same name in this component. Suppose if I add ABC here, so in this const we will add ABC. Now we have received the ID. Using this ID, we can find the album data. So just create one variable, const album data equal to, and here we will use the albums data that we will get from this assets folder. We will get the albums data, and from this albums data we have to find the single album data using this ID. So here we will simply provide a square bracket, and here we will provide the ID. After that we will add the console log, where we will display this album data. And if I reload this component, so album ID is 1. So in this console you can see for this album we have the album details, background color, description, ID, image and name. Suppose if I open home page and click on first one, so here we have the ID 0, background color, description, ID, image and name. So we are getting the album detail in the console. Using this data, we will display the album on the web page. So after this navbar, here we will create one div, and in this div we will add the class name property, margin top, then display flex. Here we will add the gap. After that we will provide the flex column, and for the medium device we will add the flex row, and again for the medium device we will add items end. In this div we will create one image tag, and in this src we will provide the image from this album data. So we will add the curly braces, album data dot image. We will save the changes and open the web browser. So here we have opened this album and we have the album image. If I open the another album, so you can see another album image here. If I open the first album, we have the first album image. After that, in this image we will add the class name property, and we will provide the width, then rounded. After this image tag we will add one div tag, and in this div tag we will add the class name property, that will be flex, then flex column. In this div tag we will add one p tag, where we will add the playlist. After this p tag we will add one h2 tag. In this h2 tag we will display the album's name. So we will add the curly braces, album data dot name. In this h2 tag we will add the class name. So let's add the classes. Text 5XL, font bold, then margin from the bottom, and for the medium device let's add text 7XL. After this h2 tag let's add one h4 tag, and here we will display the album description. So just add curly braces. Here we will add the album data dot description. After this h4 tag, we will create one p tag, and here we will add the class name property that will be margin top, and in this p tag we will insert the image tag, and in this image tag we will use the Spotify logo. So just add assets dot Spotify logo. After that we'll add the class name property, and here we will provide inline block. Then we will provide the width, and after this image tag we will insert one b tag, and we will type Spotify. After this b tag we will add one bullet point, and we will add this number. So we are adding any random number, and we will type likes. We will separate it with comma. After that we will add one more bullet point. Here we will add b tag, and in this b tag we will add 50 songs. After that here we will add about 2 hours 30 minutes. These are dummy text. Let's save the changes, and we will open the web browser. So here we have the album name. This is the album description. Now if I open the home page and open another album, so you can see another album name and another album description. After that we will come back to the display album component, and after closing of this div tag, here we will add another div tag, and we will add the class name property, and here we will add the classes grid, then grid calls 3. For the small screen and above the screen we will add grid columns 4. Then we'll add the margin from the top, then margin from the bottom, then padding left, and we will provide the text color. So we will use this text color code. In this div we will add the p tag, and here we will add the b tag. Here we will add this has. In this b tag we will add the class name property, and we will provide margin from the right, and after this b tag we will provide the title. So in this p tag we have added this hashtag, then title. After that we will add one more p tag, and we will add the album. After that we will add one more p tag, and here we will add the text date added. In this p tag we will add the class name property, and here it will be hidden, and for a small screen and above we will add block, so it will be visible. After that p tag we will add one image tag, and in this src we will use assets dot clock icon, and in this image tag we will add the class name property, and here we will use margin auto and width 4. We will save the changes and open the web browser. So here we have the has title, then album, then date added, and here we have the clock icon. Here we will display the serial number, then we will display the song image and title, then we will display the album name, and after that we will add the date added, and here we will display the song duration. For that, let's come back, and after this div we will add one HR tag. After this HR tag we will add song data dot map method, and in this one we will pass this arrow function, and here we will use this small bracket, and in this parameter we will set individual item and index number. Using this item and index, we will return one div where we will display the song's data. So here we will create one div, and in this one we will add the class name property. Here we will add the classes greet columns 3. For small screen and above we will add the greet column 4. Then we will provide gap, then padding, then item center, then we will provide the text color and this color code. After that we will add the hover effect. So when we will hover, we will change the background color. So just add background and we will provide different color code. After that we will add the cursor pointer. So we have added the classes. Now we will add the key property, and here we will provide the index number. Inside this div we will create one p tag, and in this p tag we will add the class name property text white. In this p tag we will insert one b tag, and here we will display serial number. So our index is starting from 0. In that case we will add index plus 1. After that, in this b tag we will add the class name property, and here we will add the margin right. Then we will provide the text color. Use this color code. After this b tag we will insert one image tag, and in this image src we will use song image. So just add item dot image, and in this image tag we will add the class name property, and here we will provide inline. Then we will add width and margin right. Let's correct it. It will be W10. After this image tag we will display the song name. To access the song name we will add item.name. If I save the changes, open the browser. So here we have the serial number for the song, then song image and song name. And here we have the hover effect also. After this p tag we will add one more p tag, and here we will display the album name. To display the album name we will add the album data dot name, and here we will add the class name property, and here we will provide the text 15 pixel. After that we will add one more p tag, and here we will display the song published date or published time. So simply add one static data. We will add 5 days ago. Let's add the class name. We will add these classes, text size, then we will add hidden, and for small screens and above it will be visible. So just add SM block. After this p tag we will add one more p tag, and here we will display the song duration. So in the assets file For each songs we have added the duration. So we will access it using item.duration. After that, in this p tag we will add the class name property. Here also we will provide the text size. Then we will provide the text center and save the changes. Now if I open the web browser, so here we have all the elements for the song. We have the song name, song 1 to 8. Then if I right click and inspect, and if I reduce the screen size, so the sidebar will be hidden. If I further reduce the screen size, so here the upload time has been removed. Here we have only 3 items, which is song title, where we have the serial number, image and song name. Then we have the album, and then we have the duration. If I open in phone view, it is looking good. After that, we will add the functionality for these buttons. When we will click on these buttons, we can navigate forward or backward. So let's open navbar.jsx file, and here we will use the use navigate hook. So just add const navigate equal to use navigate, and after that, in these image tag we will add the onClick property, and here we will pass the arrow function, and here we will call this navigate function that we will get from use navigate hook. So after that, here we have added arrow left. So in this one we will add -1, and in this one we have added arrow right. So in this one we will add +1 or simply add 1. If I save the changes and come back to the web page, click on these icons, it is not working. But if I open any album, and after that we'll click on this back arrow icon, so we are back on the previous page. Now if I click on forward icon, now we are back on this album page. So these previous and next buttons are functional. If I open this album, click on back, we will come back to the home. So this forward and backward icons are working fine. Now our UI is almost ready. Whenever we will open the album, here we have added one more property in this album data. You can see we have added BG color. So we have defined one background color. So we will add the logic using that. When we will open the album, that background color will be displayed in the background. For that, let's come back. We will open display.jsx file, and here for this div tag we will create one reference. To create the reference, we will use useRef hook. So just add const displayRef equal to useRef, and useRef has been imported here from this React package. Now displayRef is ready. Next we will link this displayRef with this div. So just add ref property and we will provide displayRef. After that we will add the logic using that. When we are on the home page and come to album page, we will get these parameters. So we will get this URL using use location hook. So here we will add const location equal to use location. So we will get this use location from this React router DOM package. After that, here if I type console log and this location and check the console, open the console tab. So here we have one object and here we have the path name. So we have to check our path name contains album. It means we are on the album page. To check that, here we will add the const is album equal to location dot, and we are getting the value in path name. So just add location dot pathname dot includes method, and we will provide album. Using that, we will get this is album true when we are on the album route. So let's test it. We will add console log and write is album. If I come back to the home page, here we are getting false, and if I open the album page, we are getting true. So this is album logic is perfectly working. Now if I open any album, we can store the album ID in one variable. To store the album ID, here we will add const album ID equal to, and here first we will use the ternary operator. If our album is true, in that case we will get the ID. For that we will add location dot pathname dot slice method, and here we will provide -1. So is album is true, we will get the ID. If it is false, in that case we will set the ID as empty string. We will check the album ID using console log. So just add console log album ID. Now we are on the album ID 2, and here we are getting 2. If I come back, open another album, so here we have the ID 3, and in console also you can see 3. So this logic is also working. Remove this console log, and using this album ID we can get the color code from this album data. To get the BG color, here we will add one variable with the name BG color. So just add const BG color equal to, and here we will use the album data, and here we will provide the album ID. This is one array, so we have to provide the ID in number, and we are getting this ID in a string format. To convert it into number, we will simply add number, and here we will pass album ID. So we will get the data of that album, and here we will add .bg color. So using that, we will get the background color code in this bg color. Let's check it. We will add console log bg color. We will save the changes and open the web browser. So here we have the background color for this album. If I come back and open another album, so you can see the another album color code. Now using this color code, we will set the background color. Let's close this console and come back, remove this console log, and here we will add the use effect hook, and here we will pass the arrow function. Now I want whenever this component gets rendered, then this use effect function will get executed. So in that case, we don't provide any dependencies array. So let's add if statement, and in this if we'll add is album. First we will check if we are on the album route. In that case, using this reference, for this div we will set the background. So let's add displayRef dot current dot style dot background equal to, and here we will use the template literal. So just add backticks, linear gradient, and here we will provide the color code that is available in this variable. So we will add the $ curly braces and this variable. And after that, for the second color, we will add this color code. After that, we'll add the else statement. And in this else statement, let's copy and paste it. And if we are not on the album route, in that case, simply we will provide this background color code. Save the changes. Now we will open the web browser. So you can see here we have the linear gradient color in this album page. That is looking good. Let's come back on this home page. Open another album so you can see another background color on this album page. Let's come back, open the another album. Now you can see different background color. Let's open the last album. You can see another background color. So you can see the background color logic is perfectly working. Now the UI part is ready for our website. Now we will add the functionality using that when we will click on any album and click on any song, that song will start playing, and using these buttons we can control our song. For that, let's come back to the VS Code editor, and here we will open app.jsx file, and after this player component, here we will add one audio tag. In this audio tag, we will add the preload property auto. After that, save the changes. After that, we will start building our context. To build the context, first we will create one context file and the name will be playercontext.jsx. In this file, first we will create one context. For that we will use the create context API. So just add const player context equal to create context. We will import the create context from React. After that, we will create one context provider function. So just add const player context provider equal to, and it will be one addo function. Here we will pass the props, and after that here we will create one variable and the name will be context value. So just add const context value equal to, it will be one object. Whatever function or state we will create in this context value, we can access that in any other component. After that, here we will create one return statement, and here we will use the player context dot provider property. Within this tag, we will add the props dot children, and in this tag we will add the value property, and here we will provide this context value variable. After that, we will export this one. So just add export const player context, and at the end we will add export default and add player context provider function. So the context has been created. Now we will add this context support in our project. So let's open main.jsx file, and we will wrap this app component using context provider function. So just add addo player context provider, and within this tag we will place this app component. Now we will get the support of player context on our app. Now let's open player context.jsx file, and here we will create one reference for this tag, which is audio. So here we will create one reference variable. So let's add const audio ref equal to use ref. So the reference variable has been created. Now we have to access it in app component. So simply we have to pass this audio ref in this context value object. So just add audio ref. Now we will open app.jsx file, and here we will use the use context hook to access that context. So just add const curly braces, and we need audio ref, so just add audio ref equal to use context, and here we have to provide the context that we have created in this file. So here we will type player context. So the player context has been imported. Now we will link this audio ref in this audio tag. So just add ref and place audio ref. Now we have linked this audio ref with this audio tag. Using this reference, we can pause, play, or change the track of the audio file. So this page is not working. Let me open the console, and here we have the error useref is not defined. So let's open the VS Code editor, and here we have to import this useref. Let's click here. So useref has been imported from React. Save the changes. Now everything is good. We don't have any error. Now we'll create two other reference variable also for the Seekbar and HR tag. Using that, we can change its status. So here we will type const seekbg equal to useref. Then we will add the another reference variable. So just add seekbar equal to useref. And we will pass these references in this context value. So just add seekbar and seekbg. Now we will open the player component, and here we will get the seekbar and seek background reference variable. So just add const curly braces. We will add seekbar and seekbg equal to use context, and here we have to provide the player context. So select it from here. So the player context and use context has been imported. After that, we have to link this reference variable. So in this div, we will add ref property, and here we will add seekbg, that is seek background. And in this HR, we will add ref property, and it will be seekbar. So we will get the reference of these tags. Now again open player context.jsx file, and here we will create the state variables to manage the project state. So first we will create the state variable with the name track. So just add const track, and the setter function name will be setTrack equal to use state, and use state has been imported here. We will initialize this track state with song data. To set the song data in this use state, we will add songs data, and here we will provide the index number 0, that is our first song. So whenever we will load the project, our default track will be our first song. The song index is 0. After that, we will add one more state variable to manage the player status. So we will check the song is playing or paused. So just add const play status. Setter function name will be set play status equal to use state and initialize it with false. So whenever our project will get loaded, then the state will be false, so it will be paused. After that, we will add another state variable. Using that, we can get the total duration and current time. So just add const and the state name will be time, and the setter function name will be set time equal to use state and initialize it with one object. And here we will add two property. First one is current time, that is one object where we will add second. We will initialize it with 0, then we will add minute and initialize it with 0. After this current time, we will add total time, that is the track total duration. So just add the second and minute in this one also. Let's click on format document. So we have created three state variable: track, play status and time. After that, we will pass these state and setter function using this context value. So just add track, then set track, then play status, then set play status, then time and set time. So we have passed the all state and setter function. Now we will create the function. Using that, we can play or pause the song. So for that, here we'll add the function. So just add const play equal to, it will be one add function. Here we will use this audio reference, then dot current dot play method, and when the audio is playing, here we will add set play status true. Similarly, we will add one more function and the name will be pause, and it will be one add function, and here we will add this audio ref dot current dot pause property. When the song is paused, we will add set play status false. So here we have created the play and pause function. Now we will pass these functions using this context value. So just add comma play comma pause. Now open app.jsx file, and here we will get the track state and use this track state in this audio tag. So here we will add src property, and here we will provide track dot file. So in this audio tag, we will get the song file. Now open player.jsx file, and here we will get the play status state. Then we need the play function and pause function. So here we have the image tag where I have added the play icon. So let's copy this one and duplicate it. And here we will provide pause icon. So in these image tag, we will add the onClick property. And in this image tag where we have added the play icon, let's add play function. And in the second one, we have added the pause icon. So just add pause function. We will save the changes. So here we have the play and pause icon. If I click on play, it will start playing the song. If I click on this pause, it will pause this song. So this play pause is perfectly working. Now using this state, that is play status, we will hide one of these icons. When the status is paused, we will display the play icon. When the status is play, then we will display the pause icon. So let's come back. Here we will add curly braces. And here we will check if the play status is true. In that case, the song is playing. So in that case, we will provide this pause icon. So let's move this pause icon here after this question mark. After that, here we will add the colon. Then we will provide this play icon. That's it. So we are using the ternary operator. First we'll check the play status. If it is true, so it will display the pause icon where we have the on-click pause. And if the play status is false, in that case, it will display the play icon and the on-click is play. So here we have to add the play status. Correct this one, play status. It will be play status. Save the changes and open the web page. Now if I click on play icon, here you can see the pause icon and song is also playing. If I click on pause icon, the song will be paused and we have the play icon. So this play and pause functionality is working fine and it is updating the play status also whenever we play or pause the song. Now here we are displaying the song data. We will get this data from the track state. So let's open player.jsx file and here let's remove this song data. We will add track.name. Similarly, here also we will add track.description. In this image tag also we will add track.image. Now we can remove this song data from this import. Now we have to get the track. So in this const we will add track. We will get this track from player context. Save the changes, open the web page. Now these song details are displayed from the track state. So now let's come back to the VS Code editor and open player context file. And if I update this number, we will change the song data 1. So it should initialize the track with this second song. And if I open the website, so now we have song 2. If I click on play icon, it will play the song 2. Let's make it 0. We will save the changes. Now we'll come back to the player.jsx file and here we will get the time, and here we will provide the time using this time state variable. So first remove this static value, and here we will add the curly braces. We will add time dot current time dot minute. Then we'll add the colon, and here we'll add the curly braces. We will provide time dot, it will be current, current. Here we'll add time dot current time dot second. After that, here we have to remove this static value. We will add the curly braces. We will add the time dot total time dot minute. Here we will add the colon, and we will provide time dot total time dot seconds. We will save the changes. Now if I open the web browser, so the time is 00. Now if I play this song, this time is still 0. It is not increasing. Now we will add the logic. Whenever we will play the song, the current time will be displayed here and the total time will be displayed here. For that, let's come back and open player context.jsx file. And here we will add one use effect, where we will pass one add function, and here we will add the dependencies array, and in this array we will add audio ref. After that, here we will call the set timeout function, and the timeout duration will be 1000 milliseconds, that is 1 second. Here we will add audio ref dot current dot on time update. So we are using this on time update method. We will provide one add function. So whenever the player time will be changed, this function will be executed, and whenever this function will be executed, in that case we will use the set time, and here we will copy this object, paste it here, and in this seconds we will provide the timing using this audio ref. We will display it in seconds and minute. For that, let's remove this 0, and here we will add math.float, and in this one we will use the audio ref dot current property dot current time. So we will get the time in seconds. Now we need the seconds, so just add this operator percentage and we will provide 60. Suppose we are getting 72 seconds, so it will divide by 60 and the remainder will be saved in this seconds. So we will get the seconds of the current time. After that, we will copy this one and paste it here, and here we need the minutes, so we will simply divide it by 60. So in the seconds we are saving the remainder, and here we are dividing with 60. Similarly, let's copy this one, add it here. Here we will add current dot duration, and here also we will add duration. We will save the changes and we will open the web browser. Now we will click on this play. You can see this second is increasing and here it is displaying the total duration of the song. If I pause this one, this seconds is paused. This functionality is perfectly working. After that, we will add the logic using that. When we play this song, this green bar will be moving every seconds. It will be increasing. So let's come back, and in this audio ref on time update function, we will add Seekbar dot current dot style dot width, and when the play time will be increasing, in that case we will increase the width also. For that, here we will add this bracket, and we will add math.floor method, and after that here we will divide the current time with total duration and multiply it with 100. So we will get the percentage of the song, that how much percentage it is completed. So just add audio ref dot current time property, and we will divide it with total duration. So just add audio ref dot current dot duration, and we will multiply it with 100. So we will get the percentage. Suppose the duration is 60 seconds and we have completed the 30 seconds. So the percentage will be 50%. So we will set this percentage in this width. So we will get this value in number. So we have to convert it in string and percentage. So just concat one string where we will add percentage. We will save the changes and we will open the web browser. And if I play this one, so this green bar is increasing. So this Seekbar is perfectly working. After that, we'll create one function, and the name will be play with ID. In that one, we will provide any song ID, that song will start playing. So after this pause function, here we will add one async arrow function. Just add const play with ID equal to async, and here we will add this arrow function. Here first we will get the song ID from the parameter, and we will add await, set track, and here we will use the song data, and in this one we will provide the ID. So the song with this ID will be set in the track. Whenever song track will be changed, we have to play the song. So just add await audio ref dot current dot play, and after executing this line, our song will start playing. So whenever the song is playing, we will set the play status true. So this play with ID functionality has been created. Now we have to pass this function using this context value. So just add play with ID. After that, we will link this function with these items and on this item also, which is on home page. If I click on this one, it should play that particular song in this player. So let's come back, open song item.jsx file, and here using the context we will get the play with ID function. So just add const curly braces play with ID and equal to use context, and here we will provide the player context. Click here and this file has been imported. After that, in this div we will add the onClick property, and here we will pass this arrow function, and here we will call this play with ID function, and here we will provide the ID. So we are getting the ID from the props, so simply provide it here. We will save the changes and we will open the web browser. If I click on these song thumbnail, that song is playing here, song 3, and this song is playing. We can play and pause this song. If I click on song 2, so this song 2 is playing, and here we have the song 2 duration. So this play with ID is also working. Now we have to add this function in this album also. Whenever we'll click on any song, this song will be playing. Let's open display album JSX file, and here we'll get the play with ID function using context API. So just add const play with ID equal to use context, and here we will provide player context. So the player context has been imported. After that, scroll down, and on this div we will add the onClick property, and here we will pass the arrow function, and here we will call the play with ID function, and here we have to provide the song ID. To get the song ID, we will add item.id. After that, we will get the song ID and this function will be executed. Let's open the web browser. If I click on any song, let's click on song 7. So you can see song 7 is playing in this player. If I click on song 8, so song 8 is playing in this track. So we have added the play with ID functionality in this song and in the album song also. Now we'll add the functionality. Using that, we can use these buttons to change the track. Suppose we are on the song 8, we will click here, it will play the song 7. For that, let's come back and we'll open player context.jsx file, and here let's create one arrow function. So first we'll create one arrow function with the name previous. This will be one async arrow function. Here first we'll add one if statement, and in this one we'll check if the track ID is greater than 0. If we are on the track 0, this previous button will be disabled. So here let's add await set track, and here we will add song data, and here we have to provide the index number that is less than current index. So to get the current track data, we will add track.id, and in this one we will add -1. After that, here we will add await, and we'll add audio ref dot current dot play. So whenever we'll change the track, the player will be paused, then we will again play that. After playing that, we will change the set play status, so it will be true. So we have created the previous function. Now let's copy this one and paste it here. We will rename it with next. Here we will check the condition. It will be if the track ID is less than song data dot length -1. After that, here we have to make it +1. So the next function has been created. After that, we'll come to this context value, and here we will provide this function. So we will pass this function using this context value. So just add previous and next. Now we will get this function in this player component. So let's open player.jsx file, and we will destructure both functions. So just add previous and next. After that, we will come here on these image tag where we have added assets.previous and next. So on these image tag, we'll add the onClick property. In this onClick, we will provide previous. In this one, we will add onClick next. Save the changes, and we will open the web browser. Reload the web page. Now we are on song 1. If I play this one and click on previous, so this previous functionality is not working because we are on the song 1. If I click on next, so it is changing song and we are on song 2. Let's click on next again. Now we are on song 3. If I click again, so you can see it is increasing the song and we are on the last song, song 8. Now if I click again, it will not work. Now if I click on previous, it will change the song. So this next and previous functionality is perfectly working. Now we have added all the logics. Now we'll add the logic using that. When we'll click on this Seekbar, it will start playing the song at this duration. So let's come back and we'll open context.jsx file, and here we'll create one function with the name SeekSong. So let's create one async arrow function, const SeekSong equal to async, and it will be one arrow function. In this function, we will pass the event. We are using this event, and we will pass this function in this context value. So just add SeekSong. Now we'll access this SeekSong in player component. So open player.jsx, and on this div tag where we have added seekbg, let's add onClick property, and in this onClick property we will provide SeekSong function that we have created in the player context. So first we have to destructure that. Just add SeekSong, and in this onClick we will add SeekSong function. Now if I save the changes and come back to the player context.jsx file, and here if I add the console log where we will add this event, save the changes, open the web browser. Let's open the console tab, and if I click on this Seekbar, so here we are getting one event. If I open this event, here we have the native event property. Let's expand it. Here we have offset x value. If I click here, so here we have event, then native event, then offset x is 286. So we will calculate this offset x for the SeekSong functionality. So let's come back to the VS Code editor, and here let's remove this console log. Here first we'll add audio ref dot current dot current time, and we will assign one value. So first we will calculate the value of current time. So for that, here we will add this bracket, and in this one we will add bracket and e dot native event dot offset x. We will divide it with seekbg dot current dot offset width. After dividing, we will get the value in percentage. So we'll get to know where we have clicked at what percent. Suppose we click on this middle, so this equation will return 50%. So we'll get this value as percentage, so we will multiply it with total duration. So we will calculate the current duration according to this calculation. So just multiply it with audioref dot current dot duration. Using that, we will set the current time according to the offset. Save the changes and we will open the web browser. If I play any song and this song is playing, if I click here, you can see the song is starting from here. So we can click on anywhere on this Seekbar and it will change the song time. So when this song is paused, still we can change the duration, and when we will click on play icon, it will start playing from that time. Now when we open the album, we will add the navigate function on this home text, so that when we'll click here, we will be redirected to the home page. So just come back and we will open sidebar.jsx file, and here we will use navigate hook. So just add const navigate equal to use navigate, and on this div we will add the onClick property, and here we will add arrow function, and here we will provide navigate function that we will get from this use navigate hook. After that, here we will provide the path slash. We will save the changes and we will open the web page. Now if I open the album and click on home, so we are back to the home page. Now we have successfully created the Spotify clone using React.js and Tailwind CSS. I hope this video will be helpful for you. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. Please like and share this video, and also subscribe my channel GreatStack to watch more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching this video.